So here's another episode of things you have to do as an unemployed entrepreneur. Sadly, this garage door opener has seen better days, and unfortunately, in the process of working on it, I actually broke the sprocket off of the unit, so this is gonna have to be replaced. Hope you enjoy watching me do it. All right, so I had this idea about maybe writing a song for every little thing that I do that's, do-it-yourself-ish kind of a thing, and this came to mind today. When things break down at your home, don't be so quick to pick up your phone unless it's to learn from someone else how to do it yourself. Go do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. Well, this is definitely not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but one step at a time. Go do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. Well, this is a bit troublesome. I've taken the old unit down. It should be easier, but there's the, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the, am I going the right way? Old, the old bracket. Wow, I cannot get a good, there's the old bracket. There's an old one on there too. And then here's the instructions. So I have to figure out how to use the instructions and mix it in with the old anyway. So, wish me luck. Go do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. Well, apparently this is one of those times where you have to start all over because you probably can't see it on here, but I put the chain on backwards. And I also didn't put it through that because the directions, this may sound like I'm trying to say that, the directions screwed me up. And honestly, to a certain degree, they did. But this thing is supposed to be in that other thing I just showed you. But it didn't show me that until after it told me to put the chain on. Yeah, of course, the part that I screwed up was this was upside down. So that's why it's on the other end. I was reading the directions. I just read them backwards. Okay, so I think this is worth making note of. I just took the chain off and had to turn this around because I had somehow managed to put it on backwards. Go figure. Just got confused in the directions. It happens, So when I dropped the chain off to do that, which is on backwards, by the way, too, because, it still would have worked, but that was backwards, so I had to change that. So now I'm going to try to delve into putting the chain on right. But look what happened when it just fell and it wrapped around and it's stuck right in, and okay, there we go. It's like it was holding it for me. How nice of it. When things break down at your home, don't be so quick to pick up your phone unless it's to learn from someone else how to do it yourself. All right, now I'm gonna try to see if I can put the motor on. Let's see what happens. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. Okay, so this is part of what I was alluding to earlier. This already had an existing garage door opener. And up here, hopefully I'm showing it to you right, is, I guess they call it, well, I guess it's a clevis pin that goes through. I'm not sure what this is actually called. But here's the one for my current one. So I'm betting I have to replace that. Get that off, put this one on. It's not going to be fun because those holes don't line up. Okay. Gotta figure this one out. Okay, so here's what I got going on. This is the new one. This is the old one. The piece that I just showed you a little bit in the last clip, that's right up there, is this wide. Well, look, to there. So this one's not long enough. So I either replace that piece right there that I just told you about a little bit ago, or I put washers on either side of this to keep the thinner piece, that bar right behind me, settled there. And I really think that's going to be the easier one, because the holes up there are going to be like right next to where the holes go for the new one, which means the wood's going to split, which means troubles down the road. So fun stuff. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. So after a little bit more thought and investigation, I decided to use the new one. I actually lined it up. Actually lined those holes just a hair higher than the holes that were there on the floor, on the wood, so that way these new holes for these bolts wouldn't be close to those. And hopefully lining that up there, be able to put the clevis pin through, hold up the unit. And that one that you saw me throw away over my head, I gotta go find it. All right, so as you have probably been able to figure out, this has been a bit of a nightmare for me. Lots of mistakes on my part, but also a lot of miscommunication, I think, in the directions. And then I go to put it up. Let me turn the camera. I can't turn the camera around. I'll just have to physically turn the camera around. I go to put it up. And let's see, can you see this? Wow. Okay, there. There's the Mac Brown mounting for the old opener. There's the new opener. How far? It only goes to that far. So I used these extra rods, or I'm not even sure what you call that, bracing to hold it up. I'm gonna have to go get some more bolts to give it a little extra strength. And what I'm going to do, hope you can see what I'm doing. I'll put another bolt here on both sides. I'm going to cut off this and use it as angle bracing from here up to there. Guess I could climb on the ladder and give it a little better explanation. I'm going to cut it off right here and use this piece to go from here to here as an L bracket. So now I gotta run out to Lowe's and pick up some nuts and bolts to go in here. So just another day in life. When things break down at your home, don't be so quick to pick up your phone, unless it's to learn from someone else how to do it yourself. Go do it yourself. Yourself. Don't pay someone else when you can learn to do it yourself. All right, well, here's the finished product as far as revamping the bracketing, if you will, up top. Here's a strange thing I'd love to point out, if you're all interested. These right here, those are the sensors that are supposed to be down there at the floor of the garage, for safety's sake. But I can only assume that the wonderfully brilliant people who put this together 22 years ago, 23 years ago for my parents, looked at my parents and said, oh, they don't have to worry about kids. So there you go. Weird. And there's my mom, look at that. Well, obviously I still need to mount that to the wall, but hey, look at that. Working garage door opener. I even put the sensors in where they belong, so it's up to code. Yeah, it doesn't quite meet at the bottom, but that's because of the concrete, more than the door. So there you go, got her all done. It's a mess up here still with wires and things, but it works. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you can get notifications every time I put out a new video. I also wanted to say that about a month or so ago, when I started putting these videos back out, I made the statement, not necessarily promise, but statement that I wanted to see about putting, implementing my music into this as well, because I do a lot of stuff about, work and stuff I do at home and things of that nature, which are necessary under the banner of the Unemployed Entrepreneur. But honestly, this idea just came to me as I was putting the video together about the song that you've heard a million times now in the last 10 minutes. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to do it just before I lead into my theme song. So hope you enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a big hit. Not really, I'm just playing around. But I'm hoping to do, more stuff like that. This is my DIY song, so I'll probably use it every time I do a DIY. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't call someone else.